CZECH COMBAT.
We have some echo in the mics, but
A little.
it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Divot up to 9.5.
Out.
All right. Are we good?
Yep.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Open it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another part of this special episode from the CZECH COMBAT 2024. Our second guest for today is Ian McCallum himself from Forgotten Weapons. Ian, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's really cool to be here.
Cheering for Gun Jesus. Yay!
Yeah, so crowd already freaked up.
yeah. It's when you meet your hero.
Yeah.
So Ian, you've been through many competitions before.
Yes, I have.
Also. So why is CZECH COMBAT better?
So we did half the stages this morning. Got
Yes,
half to
6
do
stages.
tomorrow, so I can only talk to really half of them.
Yeah.
I really liked the focus on things like accessories to shooting. So there was shooting in every stage, but the shooting was sort of, you do the other things in order to get to the shooting position.
Yes.
Obstacles. Like, I feel like half the stages had blind elements, which is awesome. It's something that's, as a match organizer, I understand how difficult that is to set up and to maintain. And for anyone who's here today shooting, I would encourage you very strongly, like, don't spill the secrets to people who haven't shot the stages yet, because it's so much more interesting to go into a stage that's supposed to be blind.
Yeah, you are
actually
shocked.
blind.
You were just shocked.
And so, like, unfortunately, like most of the people here haven't done the stages I have, so I can't talk to the specifics. But there were some really cool elements. There were a couple that took me completely by surprise. Like, I walked into a situation and went, I don't know what I'm going to do to make this work. And then I had to figure out something to make it work.
You need to adapt, improvise and overcome, right?
Improvise, adapt, and overcome, which I mostly did.
So you're not one of the people that is like super angry that there was the surprise and he wasn't ready for it and didn't shoot it right?
No, I honestly, I really like that. Unlike Mr. JR over there.
Oh, we'll have some
now I'm
time
getting seriously scowled at.
We'll have some time with James. We're looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Speaking of your equipment,
Yes,
so same as Zika, you're running Brand 2 platform.
I am, but I have a fairly special sort of Brand 2.
What is it?
tell us more.
I wanted to have something along the lines of what the French GIGN bought with the Brand 2. Because a number of years ago, there was some significant PR around the fact that GIGN bought Bren 2s with 9-inch barrels in 7.62x39, which seems like a really odd choice. And I wanted to try it out for myself. And frankly, when I get home, I want to build a clone of one of these rifles, which we can do because CZ USA sells a 9-inch 7.62x39 pistol.
Sweet.
So... like the details of why GIGN bought that are a little deep to get into here today, but basically they wanted a suppressed, larger caliber gun. They could have gone 300 blackout. They decided 7.62x39 instead. So
Just to be different.
a little bit, yeah. Yeah, there is a little bit of element of, if you're cooler than everybody else, you clearly
Just stepped out of your line.
have to have different gear than everybody else to make sure that everyone knows that you're better than them.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty close clone. Like, it's not exactly perfect. It's what was available over here on relatively short notice. But it's been a fun rifle to shoot. Not a huge fan of the stacked optic setup.
No, really?
No, it's weird. I found that the recoil impulse with this thing, first off, there was one stage where we had to shoot around barricades, and I had substantial issues with height over bore and putting rounds into the barrel barricades.
Yeah.
And
So
I
it's
found,
just too high.
Yeah, and like there's not a ton of recoil to this, but there's more than a 5.56. And with this optic stacked so high up, it tends to bounce out of the dot bounces out of view for me.
Yeah.
So now, to be fair, like my shooting experience with a 7.62x39 Brand 2 is this morning. So with a little practice, it could be better, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was so weird for me watching the actual operators of the GIGN using the platform. They usually take the cheek piece out of the stock, but they are running the face shields, the huge ones.
Yeah.
But there's no use for the Trigicon, for the ACOG, right? because you cannot really reach to the position. You cannot really place the cheek on the stock properly. So they probably just ran the RMRs on the top. I don't understand it personally.
It's a very expensive riser.
Yeah, yeah, I would say.
So how about your pistol?
Pistol's a CZP-10.
Yep.
My shooting experience with the CZP-10 is also this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Haven't shot
Never
it much
actually shot
before?
one before.
No?
Oh, really?
No.
Damn, you
That's
should get
cool.
one too.
So, and it shot very nicely.
Yep.
There's an acro on it, which was great. We had a couple of pistol stages that used pistols this morning. Like one of the cool things, a couple of our stages this morning were like, oh, you don't need any of your guns. You're using this UTM gun. And
So-
there were some really cool stages that integrated that.
Actually, we've been counting. So on this match, you will run 5 different platforms.
Nice.
At least. So there is SMGs, machine gun, DMR,
Yep.
your own rifle. So this is actually counted for you as an extra platform, right?
Yeah.
Oh, at least extra caliber.
Yeah, and also lots of tools.
Yes.
Right, so there's
Yeah.
like that multitasking aspect of the match. So you need to really like find your way to organize the skills and like really find your way through the stage. And for me, it was mind blowing. It was like, what do I do now? It's like fuck.
There really is an element to this of more, every match is a balance of challenge and competitiveness and just straight up fun, enjoying the experience. And I feel like this match had skewed more towards fun than a lot of other matches have that I've shot.
Yeah,
And that's a good thing.
yeah. The basic
It was-
idea of this match is the skills, not the physical exercise, I would say, but the skills on the first place.
So for one example is there's a stage where you have to tourniquet yourself at the beginning of the stage.
After being shot, right?
I don't want to give
don't
anything
explain
away.
too much.
I thought that was really cool. Honestly, like my one, there's always room for improvement in things. The one thing I would love to see is a stage like that that's longer. Because that stage was really pretty short.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's an opportunity to self-tourniquet and then have to go do a bunch of stuff with
like
your
run.
leg turning blue.
yeah.
And then we will measure how blue it is,
Right.
Otherwise, you get the
Progressive penalty.
exactly
depending
progressive penalty.
on how wimpy your tourniqueting is.
But the CEO of this match is actually making notes, so maybe next year. Who
Excellent.
knows? All right.
Excellent.
So what was the stage you fucked up the most?
So there was one stage that had a blind element that I got wrong.
Okay.
And that was embarrassing. That was probably the single worst thing that I did. Like, I had a pretty darn good morning of
Awesome.
stages.
Good to hear that.
I didn't go super fast. I don't know that my times are going to be all that impressive, but what I was focusing on was, well, like you said, these are stages that emphasize skills, discrete skills. I tried very hard to do everything correctly.
Yeah.
I don't want to try and like do it fastest. I mean, I'd love to be fastest, but more important than getting it fast to me was getting it right.
Yeah, but failing here, actually, even Charlie hurts. For Charlie, you'll get 1 second extra. For average IPSC guy or for average competition guy, that freaking hurts.
Yeah, but I come from a brutality match background where every penalty is 60 seconds.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah, you think carefully about
Yes.
what you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do not just accept, I might wing that no shoot, but not a big deal if I can go 2 seconds faster.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
60
interesting.
seconds that hurts a lot.
Yeah.
It forces you, one of the things that I like about that is it forces you to do the stage right. If there are penalties for something, it really behooves you to not get those penalties.
Yeah.
And I think that's a thing that could be pretty cool to add to this match. It might freak out some
Okay.
people
Yeah.
who are like, oh my God, I missed 3 shots. That's 3 minutes of penalties on a 120-second stage.
That changes everything.
You end up with a minus number. Right?
Oh, it can so happen.
yeah. What's interested me really well was the fact that they actually controlled the quality and the tightness of the tourniquet you applied.
Yes, absolutely. That's an essential thing. Like,
It was judged.
yeah. If it
Closely.
was insufficiently tight or insufficiently high, or you didn't have the ratchet
High and
properly
tight.
strapped down,
That's what they
all
say.
those things are penalties.
All right.
Well, I'm looking forward for tomorrow when you have another 6 stages.
Oh, me
done.
too. I can't wait to see what they are.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it again.
Thank you for stopping by and sharing your experience so far.
Thank you for inviting me. This has been a tremendously fun experience.
Glad to hear that. All right, man.
Perfect.
Enjoy. We'll see
Thanks
you
a
later.
lot. Talk to you later.